Hey, it's Karri Flatla here for this week's Friday Fire at Remax Real Estate Lethbridge and KarriFlatla.com. In a hot seller's market, is it possible to make a mistake? Yes. Yes, it is. As a homeowner, you can leave a ton of money on the table and waste a whole bunch of time if you make these mistakes. So here are my top 5 seller mistakes that I see being made still all the time, despite that there are only 1.5 months inventory in the city of Lethbridge. That is a hot market for Lethbridge. That is just a hot market. 3.5 to 4 months inventory is a balanced market, just to give you an idea. And it's only early March 2022, and it's going to get hotter this spring and summer. Now, despite that, average days on market in Lethbridge are hovering around 60 to 65 days, not 6 days, 2 months. So some homeowners are selling in a few days. They're getting offers within a few days of listing, and a lot of sellers are still not getting an offer even in a month. Why is that? Well, here's why. Number one mistake sellers are still making is incorrect pricing. Your realtor needs to help you understand the sandbox you're playing in for your price bracket and your location. So Northwest and South Lethbridge, and what's your price bracket, and then how many months inventory are you competing with when you list your home. This is the biggest impact on how to price your home, because you need to understand what the supply-demand situation is like for your type of home in your part of the city. And then from there, you look at the comparables and decide how to strategize your list price. Number 2, failing to market the property effectively. Your realtor can take lots of heat for this one, but you need to make sure that there's a strategy in place to maximize buyer exposure, number 1, so exposing your home to the most buyers possible, but number 2, to also target your ideal buyer. Kind of a dual strategy. So for example, at Remax, we have an awesome coming soon program that will expose your home early, even before we hit realtor.ca. Number 3 is not staging the property. Oh my goodness. So I just had this happen. There was one listing available that met my client's criteria in terms of price, number of bedrooms, the type of property, etc., floor plan, everything. There was only one listing available in all of Lethbridge because the inventory is so tight. And we went and looked at it. And I mean, within 30 seconds of walking into that property, I knew there was no way she would feel comfortable making an offer. Why? It wasn't staged properly. It was messy, it was dirty. I can see past it because I'm a realtor, and I've been in that type of property a dozen times, dozens of times. That buyer can't see past it, nor should she have to see past it. So the fact is, she didn't fall in love when she walked in. End of story. Probably never going back to that property. Staging. Your realtor should help you with staging. Number 4 mistake that sellers are making is, and this is kind of on the realtor too, maybe this should be top 5 realtor mistakes anyway, is making sure your realtor is a good communicator. And I hear this is the number 1 complaint that homeowners have about real estate agents for years and years running, no matter the market, is lack of communication from the realtor. And I'll give you a tip. How they are on the way in is the best you'll ever get. That's a rule for both customers and for when you're hiring a service provider. So you can judge your realtor within the very first contact. How is their communication with you from the very first contact? How is their communication with you when they're previewing your home? How is their communication and the way they explain things to you in the listing appointment and presentation? And then what will their communication strategy be while you're on the market, during the negotiation, and from contract to closing? It's all communication. 95% of problems in real estate can be solved by good communication. And yet homeowners don't always know to ask about that. Number 5 seller mistake is choosing a realtor for the wrong reasons. Now, I've had a team. I collaborate regularly with my colleagues at RE/MAX. I believe in teams. Teams are great. I also believe in experience. If you're not doing enough volume a year, it's really hard to coach and counsel your client effectively in difficult negotiations and in a difficult or challenging market. So, I sell over 50 properties a year. Like, I've got lots of experience and that helps. But it's tempting to only focus on that. And here's a secret. And HR professionals and recruiting firms know this. The best predictor of future performance and behavior is past performance and behavior. So don't just ask your realtor how famous they are and how many people on their team and how many millions of houses they've sold. In the interview, ask them, tell me about a time when you ran into this challenge, how did you handle it? What is your track record for dealing with competing offers? What does that look like? Ask them those questions. Ask them, when they listed a challenging property that needed lots of repairs, what did they do to have a quick sale for top dollar? These kinds of things. If you can get that kind of information, now you understand the type of professional that you're working with and how they're going to help you, because what they've done in the past is what they're probably going to do in the future. And that's how you choose a great real estate agent, of which there are many out there. So those are the top 5 seller mistakes I'm still seeing in this hot market. You never want to leave money on the table or have your property listed for longer than necessary, even in a hot market. Why would you sell a house for $10,000 less than you need to if you can avoid making these mistakes and be super strategic, both as the homeowner and with your real estate agent when you go to list and sell a property? If you have any questions at all about being successful in this market, you can contact me at 382-7335 or look me up at karriflatla.com. Please remember to like and or subscribe to my channel here at Facebook or YouTube. And in the meantime, I will see you for next Friday Fire. Take care. Bye-bye.